Tattooed Squirrel here. Today we're going to discuss something about that guy. So if you notice, there's no doors on that Bronco. What I have seen on YouTube videos in the past is a lot of people are putting a lot of faith in these $5 J-hook brackets from Menards, Home Depot, Lowe's, and using pool noodles and hanging those on the wall in their garage. Now, these things are very, very thin sheet metal with some bends in them. As a matter of fact, they can be even smaller than that. So, I don't know about you, I would rather not trust my Bronco 6th gen doors to be hanging off of $10 worth of sheet metal. A lot of people can do that. A lot of people want to do that on a budget. It's just not something that I'm looking forward to, not something that I'm going to do. I'm just not going to do that. So the manufacturer specifications for the Bronco 6th gen front door, which is one of them's hanging right there. Actually, the weight for those, each front door weighs 55 pounds. That's factory specs. The rear doors, factory specs from Ford manufacturing, is 44 pounds a piece. So you're 55 pounds, 44 pounds hanging on that little sheet metal bent steel is just not something that I'm comfortable with to hang my Bronco doors on. With that being said, I tried several different designs in my head, how I was going to hang the doors on my wall just to get them off the floor, get them out of the way so they're not being banged into, they're not getting scratched. You know, one of the biggest things is you don't want your kids coming in the garage and playing, you know, accidentally scratch your Bronco doors. I mean, you paid a lot of money for these Broncos and you kind of want to take care of it. You kind of want to make sure that your doors, while they're off, they're being stored properly. I mean, a lot of people are just, you know, they put them in the Bronco bags and they're good to go. You know, I personally, I have enough wall space in my garage, and I know other people have wall space in their garage, and they want something to get them up out of the way, hang them up, store them, and not have to worry about being scratched up. There's two companies that I am aware of that actually make a Bronco wall mount. One of them is on Etsy, that's Additive Innovations. And the other one is let's just say I'm not gonna name names, but I do believe after looking at this part and looking at their part, it might very well be a clone of Additive Innovations. So utilize what you will on that one. Additive Innovations, their design, it's a really good design. It's 1/4 inch steel. It's mandrel bent. They have welded in some gussets to strengthen it up. It's a very robust design. I mean, it's clearly, you can see that with one door hanging on, it's perfectly fine. So the problem that I'm running into with my Bronco doors is they don't want to sit flush against the wall. They want to gull wing out. And the reason behind that is I'm actually running aftermarket door pockets. And a lot of people are running aftermarket door pockets. With the added width of an aftermarket door pocket, that's what causes the doors not to sit flush against the wall. So to remedy that fact, I tried to use some 2x, bring it out. It still wasn't enough. I've seen people actually do, there's several other, photos and on the forums and about how they've taken a 2x and then a 1x behind it and actually brought it away from the wall to accommodate. And I know that the other company, the other manufacturer, actually you have to put a spacer behind it to get the Bronco doors to sit flush against the wall without a door pocket. So I had contacted Additive Innovations, worked real closely with them for about a week, and we discussed a few different designs, a few different patterns that we were looking at, and we came up with a spacer block. So it's just a block that will get the Bronco doors away from the wall about 4 inches. It's just a 4-inch, Additive Innovations, 4-inch piece of 3D printed plastic. Your 3 mounting holes, some relief holes here. Pretty solid design, pretty solid. I actually put 150 pounds on that last night and let it sit overnight, 24 hours. Took the weight just fine. So now I'm going to actually take that block and I'm going to be mounting it to the wall behind my wall mount, and we're going to put some weight on it and we're going to test it out as well. So we're going to take my ultimate goal here is to test it out to just a little over 200 pounds. I actually forgot to get some camera footage of the wall mount with the block on the wall. So utilizing 3/8 lags, 7 inches long, allowed me for 2 3/4 inch actual penetration into the stud. I got some photos I'll put up here with some date time stamps. Instead of the 200-pound limit, we went a little crazy and we tested it out to 300 pounds. So the mount, the lags, and the spacer block is more than plenty to utilize on the wall to hang your Bronco doors. You can hang your Bronco doors with your door bags. You can hang your Bronco doors and then use a moving blanket to cover them up to keep the dust off of them. Pretty much whatever you're going to want to put on these, you can put on these after testing them. So I'll add these photos in. Started out with 150 pounds, and then I bumped it up to 290, and then bumped it up to 300. And then we have a week's worth of actual photos throughout each day with the weight. So the load bearing on this is impeccable. So after the photos, I took a little clip, little video of me hanging the doors on the bracket with the spacer block added to the wall. I sped that up a little bit just so you don't have to sit there and watch through it. I have been in contact with Additive Innovations, and they agreed to anybody that goes to their Etsy page from this video can utilize a code. I'll tag that up here in the screen somewhere, and it'll be effective July 10th. You can get a 12% discount utilizing the code. So I'll make sure the link is actually in the description below for this video. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment. And again, I'll make sure the code for the Etsy webpage for purchase for 12% discount will be right here in the corner. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.